Hey, this is Dr. Zdilla. I have a secret. Most people don't know how to gargle correctly. So I've been treating patients, and we discussed gargling, and I found out that they gargle, but they don't necessarily gargle correctly. So I'm going to teach you how to gargle. So what we need is a glass, warm water. I'm going to pour some warm water. Just a little bit to get my point across. And we need some salt. So this is usually how people do it, right? You just get a little bit of salt and you sprinkle it in there and you stir it up. And next thing you know, you're gargling. Most people gargle for about 10 to 15 seconds. If we look at this, it looks pretty clear. Maybe a little cloudiness, but it looks pretty clear. Okay. Now, little science behind this. We need to make something called a supersaturated solution. And what that means is we're going to put so much salt in this water that it doesn't dissolve. So you're going to be left with a big mound of salt at the bottom of this. If we are using our normal salt, right, I'm going to just dump. And I am going to stir. It doesn't matter how long I stir this, there's still going to be salt that does not dissolve in this water. Okay. Now look at the difference. Very cloudy, isn't it? Look at the bottom. Watch this. You see that salt just settle at the bottom there? I'll do it one more time. And see how it comes down? That's what we're looking for. This is a supersaturated solution. So what's going to happen when I gargle with this is water is attracted to salt. And you may have a little bacteria in the back of your throat, scratchy throat. You may have an infection that is causing a lot of swelling in there. This does not take or replace your medicines, right? Always go and see your doctors, see what kind of infection you have, and be treated appropriately. But this can help. This is a nice holistic way to help infection. We can help dental problems after dental procedures. If you have inflammation, this will pull some of that water out of that tissue and give you a little bit of relief. Let's say there's a whole bunch of bacteria growing in your throat, right? In your mouth. What happens is the bacteria, they're nice and healthy with a lot of water in them. When you put this around them, the water in the bacteria is going to want to be attracted to the salt. And basically you have a nice healthy bacteria that shrivels up like this, like a raisin, and then it can die. Is this a treatment for a bacterial infection? No. Can it help? Maybe. But it won't help if we're just sprinkling a little bit of salt in there. We need to make a super saturated solution. And when you're gargling, you want to gargle for about 2 minutes. I would even say, depending on the extent of how you're feeling, I'd say 2 to 5 minutes. And I do it every 2 hours. So I'll wake up in the middle of the night. Doesn't matter. Every 2 hours I am gargling for a few minutes. And what that does for me is it gives me lots of relief. If I start to feel that scratch in the back of my throat, I immediately start to gargle, and it really alleviates a lot of discomfort. I also like using kosher salt. So these are the nice chunky pieces of salt. Can there be too much salt? Nope. Can't be too much salt. So let's pour a little bit of water in there just to make my point. The water is nice and warm. That makes it a little bit more comfortable. And Well, that's pretty much why. Okay, stir, stir, stir. Okay, so if we look under there, you see that salt? There is no way. I could stir this all day long and that salt would still be in the bottom of this cup. Okay, that is a super saturated solution. So I know that this is as salty as I can get it. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull out fluid from bugs, like bacteria, and it's going to pull out fluid from that inflammation in the back of your throat or around the teeth, and it's going to make you feel a little bit better. So that is the way to gargle. I hope this helps. Once again, I'm Dr. Zdilla, Zdilla Family Chiropractic. Check us out online at zfchiro.com. And if you have any questions, ask me.